The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And off we go from Nashville. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Taken down at the 30.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
That's another.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down.
A.J. Brown. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 35.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and that'll make it 3rd down.
39-yard line.
To the air again, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the 1st, right around the 15. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now Gostkowski will come on to try a field goal.
A 32-yard attempt.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Steelers.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And he'll drop here to throw. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he connects with Ebron. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st down, Steelers.
First carry of the game for Jalen Samuels. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out. There, but it'll be 3rd down.
Smith-Schuster. It's 3rd down and 5 yards.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That one into the hands of his tailback, Samuels. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
That's the end of the 1st.
Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
Well, CD, taking a step back, we're 2 weeks into the season, and you already kind of get the sense that teams are beginning to separate themselves. If you look at the 2-0 teams, and remember, 62% of 2-0 teams ultimately make the playoffs. But Baltimore, Kansas City, Green Bay, Seattle, just to name a few, they look really good.
They certainly do, and in a lot of ways, those are the teams that we expected to be 2-0 at this part of the season. I mean, it's no major surprise. But how about Arizona being 2-0 as well? People talked about them getting better in the offseason. I don't know how many of us thought they'd beat San Francisco in the opener. They did. Then they jumped on Washington this week, and they are 2-0 as well.
Now, on the other side of the spectrum, we know the not good news about teams that start 0-2. The Giants and the Jets both there, Detroit, Cincinnati. So, again, maybe some more predictable names.
Certainly, they are predictable. Again, not a surprise for most of them, although many thought Detroit would be improved at this point. But how about a team that's 0-2 that went through a little bit of a difficult offseason like the rest of us, but even more so because of players being gone? How about Houston being 0-2 right now? They won the division last year. I think that's a little bit unexpected right now, even though they had a tough opening schedule with Kansas City and Baltimore.
A 1st down carry for Henry. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 19. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Devin Bush. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Goskowski set to kick off.
Goskowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Roethlisberger completes it to Watt. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
And inches at the 23.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards, good enough for a first. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Shotgun handoff to Samuels, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Carrier for Pittsburgh. The tackle made by Jack Crawford.
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 3rd down, here's Samuels. And he's going to be taken down short of the first, right around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Adoree Jackson on the return. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. Roethlisberger going to get this one to Connor. That catch good for only a couple. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. That's thrown to Smith-Schuster out wide. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Second down and goal. Roethlisberger. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Touchdown.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece.
The game at 10. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, let's go back to the start of the season talk, Charles. We talked about some 2-0 and 0-2 teams. You mentioned Arizona, maybe a good surprise. Houston, a bad surprise. Any other teams a surprise at this point to you?
Well, I think that I would look at the Los Angeles Rams right out of the gate. At home against Dallas, opening their new stadium. Many thought Dallas would go out west and beat them. That didn't happen. Then how about the Rams going on the road this week and beating Philadelphia and decisively? This looks like a Rams team that finished 9-7 last year. It has designs on challenging for the division title. And one other team I would throw in there is a little bit of a surprise, just by how it's gone down. How about Atlanta? I know it was tough against Seattle, tough against Dallas. Seattle was at home, but they got jumped on by Seattle. And in the Dallas game, they just gave away. That's a team that should be at worst 1-1 right now. Now looking at 0-2 and have a lot of questions.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
Second down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Out of the shotgun, they'll run the counter. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 20.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Now it's Tannehill. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15.
A loss of 5.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
The third quarter with the score.
Here's Brett Kern now, standing just about on his own goal line. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
Now left side on the swing pass. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Rashaan Evans
on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Steelers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Going top shelf for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Give them 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Pittsburgh.
They go draw play. This is Samuels. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Made by Devin Bush.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Got him in. It's Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 4th down, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. He's at the 30, 20.
We live for this.
Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 68 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, Connor plowing ahead for about 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
James Conner. The tackle made at the 44-yard line.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
7-yard line.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 20-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 14-yard line.
Again, it's Conner. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they will take a knee and set up what would be a potential game-winning field goal try. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell.
28-yard attempt.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Steelers have won the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we sign off from Nashville.